So we've all seen one road-only cities, but what about no roads? As you can see, I built my city out of sidewalks. Everyone is forced to either ride their bike or just walk their ass to work. We're completely reliant on helicopters. That is the only way I was able to make a functioning city without police cars, paramedics, fire trucks. I don't know what's going on with the camera right now, but yeah, without air power, we'd be screwed. I'm pretty much importing people from France. As you can see, we just drop them off. They walk to the metro, and the metro takes them to Russia. So they pretty much come in with no vehicles whatsoever. My commercial zone is severely lacking though. We don't have any resources. I can't afford to, bring in industry because there's a ton of trucks that come with that. Anyways, I kind of just wanted to get something going, but now it's time to build out, maybe create a better layout, and hopefully get as many people in here as possible. In hindsight, I probably should have used these sidewalks. These sidewalks have little bicycle paths in them. I guess I could always upgrade. I was initially gonna do low density residential, but then I realized how horrible that would have been. I kind of needed to pack in as many people as possible. That way, everything's walking distance. I think I'll do a couple little parks just behind the little school district here. It's kind of weird to do grids with sidewalks. I'm gonna try to stop that. Our metro at the moment isn't super crazy. Although we only have 3,000 citizens, having 100 people come from France every week is not too bad. Occasionally, I do find a few rebels. We'll see a handful that think they're funny, but that's fine. We in Russia, so you banished to the gulag. See, some people are spawning their cars. I guess that's how this game works. You need a mod to get them to not randomly spawn their cars, but there are actually people coming to the port and just parking them right here in front of the metro. I gotta make sure my people aren't anything like me. They gotta be smart. So education boost is perfect since I'm completely reliant on offices. I really wish there was a sidewalk that allowed me to put a tram with it. I know that seems weird, but at the same time, it would have worked. It would have worked pretty well. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I have this. I don't know why I even deal with a commercial zone. I should probably remove this completely, but I guess I do need some stores. You gotta buy your bike somewhere. If I see one more damn car, we need to make a harsh punishment for these people. Let's start cutting people's legs off. That way they can't drive or walk. I mean, I guess technically they could always just FDR it and get around that way. Crime rate's at 5%. Not only are we using helicopters, but I'd assume it's, kind of harder to do bad shit without cars. Yeah, I noticed we're having more problems with health for some reason, even though, I do have paramedics, hospital, sky helicopters. But then again, it kind of makes sense. We got everyone walking around. There's gross people just sneezing, coughing. You're not safely in your own car, just secluded from everyone. Oh damn, we can do boardwalks? I didn't know that. This is kind of a useless boardwalk. I don't know why anyone would want to come out over here. Okay, well anyways, I'll just make an official one. Here's a little floating cafe right here in the Baltic Sea. I can't think of anything better to put here. The metro is really the only public transportation I have in this whole place. I can't think of anything else to use. Maybe planes, although, they're not very good for short distances. I could use trains. I realize that. The problem is with the train station in City Skylines, they come connected to a road. I mean, I know that it isn't that big of a deal. I can just zone out every other area, make sure people park their cars, but I kind of just don't want to do that. Oh, I could use tram roads though. Tram roads definitely work if they're just specifically for trams, and people can walk next to it. Well, it ain't pretty, that's for sure. But we got the job done for the most part. It's kind of really hard to work with sidewalks and tram tracks. Oh shit, I just realized we messed up our cafe. Well, I don't think that many people were coming here anyways. I mean, it's not bad. 39? Wow, that is way more than I expected. And my city's finally profitable. So I will take it. You might have noticed it wasn't profitable. It was far from it in the beginning, but yeah, we're doing good now. It's weird, zoomed out, you can't even tell this is a strictly pedestrian city. Then again, maybe it looks more like it because we got those bicycle roads. Oh wow, so people are using the tram track just to walk back to the harbor. I mean, I can't tell if that's actually a smart plan because Ashton here is uneducated. Okay, trams aren't very popular. 16 per week. I thought that was gonna be better. I guess I'm forced to make more commercial, even though it's gonna fail. Still, demand is somewhat high for it. Well, here's some more abandoned buildings then. In case you're wondering, no, I cannot zone off of tram tracks. Although, I wonder if that's a mod. Maybe the follow-up video could be tram tracks only. Ironic seeing a hippie car used in a walking city. You would think they'd actually care about the environment, but I guess not. Okay, wait a second. Let me just see what happens. I'm gonna put some nice, beautiful industry right here. I also changed my my harbor to a cargo hub, so we might be able to import resources. And I completely forgot I'm polluting the Baltic Sea. So just every day, this damn floating cafe is looking worse and worse. Anyways, we're now shipping people from Spain and Portugal, and we'll see if any other ships come in. We don't have much demand for population just yet, but that might change. All right, at the moment, it says my small little industry area is functioning normally. I don't know how or why that's happening. Let's give it some more time, but we'll see. I mean, that'd just be nice to get this to work. That way we don't have this huge issue going on, especially because this is like the heart of my city. I don't like it looking like shit. I did want to see what it looks like when the sun goes down because, yeah, I think the lights should only be coming... Oh, they're coming from the tram tracks too. But, yeah, they're coming from the buildings, and that's it? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, I was wondering if they'd have this. I mean, I guess I kind of knew that. I saw little poles everywhere. So, yeah, there's going to be some light. I thought... Oh, and even on, yeah, these types. So everything has... light. I'm afraid my population might be a little bit too educated to just want to go out and work in a factory. It's not like you're gonna lose a hand, maybe a finger. I think the biggest problem doing something like this is the possible fire hazard. I feel like if we don't have enough helicopters in the air, the whole thing could just burn down. I mean, luckily we got 3, but because this is the only depot, they're kind of being worked to the bone. So I guess technically that's still on the table. Oh, now there we go. Now it's getting somewhere. At least, yeah, the trams are somewhat catching up to the metro. The metro is always going to be the most popular, though, because that's kind of the only way to come into the city. Yep, now the police department is having some trouble getting all the way over here to Western Europe. I should have expected that now that we've kind of expanded towards the entire continent. Ah, now maybe this is why the industry doesn't need big-ass trucks. Frank's Fine Fish Stick Factory? They just making fish sticks. All right. I guess you could just technically put them in your pockets and walk them over to the restaurant. Although maybe there just hasn't been enough time to go by. I think this not enough raw materials icon is gonna start popping up more often. I actually think less people might be using the metro. Now you don't need the metro to get to my little area. They can just walk down these tram tracks and be all good. Ah, damn it. I totally forgot about the monorail. That could have been pretty useful too. Maybe more useful. I don't know if we have a big enough, like, town yet. I don't know if we're still a town. I kind of didn't want to mess with disasters at all in this campaign, just because I don't know how you would really get to the bunker. You're really kind of screwed. These people are probably the most screwed of all, because it doesn't matter what it is, you definitely can't escape. Actually, you know what? That sounds like a good experiment. Let's go ahead and run that. I did put down a large emergency shelter somewhere in the middle, so people should be able to get there. We are having a big issue transporting food over this way, though. Okay, so here comes a 10.0 tornado. People have like 5 minutes to run their ass to the shelter, or else they gon' die. We technically have enough people to fit entirely in this structure. Less than 10,000, just barely, but all right, come on in. Come on, y'all, I believe. Oh, I didn't know it was already happening. Okay, I was actually gonna go to Western Europe and say, you guys can make it, but they were the ones to die first. This experiment might have been a little weird. I wasn't expecting the tornado to hit like the worst off place, but then again, I mean, without cars, they weren't gonna make it over here anyways. Oh my God, 243 people. That's it. That's all I evacuated everyone as soon as I got the notification. This is really bad. But then again, maybe people didn't want to come here because there wasn't any food. We didn't have any food. There's no vehicles to take the food. There's also no industry, I feel like, to make the food. I didn't know I was doing a communist campaign as well. Oh, wow. And our harbor was completely leveled. So I guess it just formed over the Atlantic and then it's just straight line. Honestly, like one of the worst angles it could have took, at least if we're trying to save our people. Nearly 5,000 citizens lost. I started with like 8, so it killed more than 50%. It was a Thanos tornado. Anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed. I have been wanting to do this for a while. There's a building on fire. Again, that has been happening a lot more often, but I've been wanting to do this for a while. Didn't know how to do it. Found the right couple mods to combine, and then we were able to pull this off. I feel like the more I expanded, the less this was working. Although, I mean, we managed to somewhat pull it off just by making sure like the industry was, you know, right next to, or the offices were right next to the residential. That helped, and yeah, commercial was absolutely useless. that was an issue. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
And big thanks to Furry Cruz, LVC, Destiny, 9000, Hen Papa Stalin of the Paintbrushes, Danko Franco, Mega Fat Boy, Elijah Senpai, Rooster Vacation, Jen's Love Disc, Swiss Argo, Maxi G, King Solomon, Abraxas, Galley, Tanner of the Nazareth, Hatman, Cooter Donkey, Mr. Diddlesman, Brandon H, Beard Dun 97, The Lord of Silence,
Ben Whitson, Valankari,
and Ben Moak.